If you're an adult fan of LEGO like I am, then no doubt you're familiar with Bricklink.com, the world's largest online LEGO marketplace for new and used parts with over 16,000 independent sellers running stores all across the globe. But what does it take to sell bricks for a living and run your own successful Bricklink store? Today, we're gonna find out.
I was a stay-at-home mom. I had nothing to do with LEGO except I had a son who enjoyed them. I'm like, there's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way to sort and organize this so that I can quickly find it. And instead, I found an article on how to buy and sell used LEGO and make money. And I thought, I could do that. So 7 years later, here I am with 2 million parts listed for sale.
Wow. This is Ginny, the owner of Wild Bricks in Roswell, Georgia, and this is definitely not your average Bricklink store.
When I started this, I had no clue how big it was going to be.
In the United States alone, there are 5,450 open Bricklink stores, and as for Wild Bricks,
I am the 20th largest store by quantity of items listed for sale. I don't want you to think that I just kind of said, oh, I can do this and jumped right into it. I sat down and worked out a business plan. Looking at it, what I figured out is that I want to have large quantities of individual lots that are hard to find pieces, and I want to have large quantities of large quantity size lots so that when people come in and they buy that 1 or 2 special pieces, they stay, so they're purchasing the items that are already on sale for everybody else. I love the treasure hunt. The fabulous, well-known Z-Nap.
Z-Nap, oh man, that's a throwback.
Pieces that you will never ever see again. I can dig through thousands of pieces of LEGO a day, and it thrills me to no end to find one piece that's 50 cents versus the pieces that are 3 cents. And I know that sounds silly, but it's finding that special gem in a whole sandbox. And that's what I do day in and day out.
I'm seeing, what is you have a transparent base plate up here.
Yes! So unfortunately it's quite damaged, but
this is very rare. That's a very rare thing to have.
So it's 48 by 48 and it's a transparent base plate. And
this is real LEGO too.
This is real LEGO.
That's not a knockoff.
Yes. I've had this for a while and I finally just listed it the other day because I kept going, certainly they're going to get a picture of it. They're going to associate it with some set somewhere, and they never did.
But we don't know where that comes from?
Right, we have no clue where it came from.
Wow. As you can probably tell by now, one of the most impressive things about Wild Bricks is just how amazingly organized it is. Ginny's developed an incredibly structured system to allow her and her employees to find parts quickly anywhere in the store.
Not only do we have the numbers on the outside of the bins, but then we have numbers on the inside of the bins so that we have drawer section A, B, C, and D. So they are all organized by number. Those are the locations that allow me to quickly pull and sort my orders. The way we have the store laid out is so that you are literally following a path and a flow. So we start with the AAs here, we go to the Bs over here, then the Cs, the Ds, Es, all the way around through the whole store until we get to the Ws. As I pull the items, they get put in the correct drawer so that I know it's going with the correct order. Then I just check it off and move on to the next item. The hardest thing about running a Bricklink store is how tedious it can get. It's very, very detail oriented. Making absolutely certain that I've gotten the parts pulled and it's this blue part and not that blue part is a major part of my day. I want you to be able to open something up and look in it and say, I want the red thing. And know that there's one red thing in that drawer that you're pulling. Each drawer is further organized in that we have a little code here that tells me that I have a certain number of small containers that are 1x1s and then 1x2s, 1x3s, so that I know exactly how many are going to fit in that drawer. These are bead boxes or thread floss containers. So the number is handwritten on the outside, and what it means is that I have 2 empty spaces in that box. So when I go to list something, I can walk in here, I can visually check grab it right off the shelf and then go list it and put it away in the new location. So this is a bunch of shoe racks that I have sewn together. I've stapled onto a header board and then have attached picture hanging hooks to and hanging them on shower curtain rods. In the system, it will say the item is in B5.14A4. I look for the A and I go down 4 and I know it's going to be in that pocket. There are some sellers who specialize in train parts or who specialize in airplanes or just minifigures. But what I find is that in order to keep my business robust, I need to have a wide variety of parts and pieces listed for sale. Bricklink is a true commodities market. The greater the supply, usually the greater the demand. But the reality is that there's not always a really high demand for things that there's a huge quantity of. For example, where we have the sports piece, the sports sets are worth very, very little in comparison to other sets that came out at the time. So many of the pieces are out there, but no one wants to buy them.
So that's why if anyone watching this video wants to build a mock using all of these sports pieces, they know you have them.
Yes.
After spending a couple hours picking through all the sorted parts and pieces, it was time to put my own packing skills to the test.
After I pull my orders, I bring them in here, set them aside, pull some more orders, you're going to sit down and pack one. I personally, when I pack orders, I put them in impact sealed containers or bags. So that's what you're gonna do. So an average order, I can pack it in under 10 minutes. It's time consuming and it's exacting.
Do you ever combine, oh no, there goes a part, I'm already messing this up. You just click on this?
My daily pressure is making the mail run. So every morning I am here by 7 o'clock so that I can have all of my orders ready, pulled, packed, labeled, and out the door for the mailman to pick up at 12:30.
How did I do?
You're still at rookie status. Coming from a small town and a small business background, knowing that I have served my customers well enough that they trust me with their money and their purchases and that they come back time and time again, that honestly makes my day every time I see one of those repeat customers. What I love about running a Bricklink store is looking at what people have built with the things that I have sold them. The creativity in the AFL community just blows my mind. It's absolutely astounding to me. I love seeing those creations that my buyers make. I had a blast hanging out with Ginny. It's clear that she's incredibly passionate about what she does and just the entire LEGO community on Bricklink. If you're not already convinced after seeing her entire operation, Ginny runs an excellent Bricklink store. So definitely go check out Wild Bricks Georgia for your next parts order by clicking on the link to their store page down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment because it really helps me grow the channel. And if you're not already, subscribe for more. Once again, I'm Adam. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.